The 2025 Mexican Grand Prix, Mike, was a really good race. But you know what? I couldn't enjoy it. I couldn't enjoy it, Mike.
Why?
You know that damn Lewis penalty. That's what it was.
Who else are they gonna penalize?
Everybody. Either everybody gets a penalty or nobody gets a penalty.
They literally gave him that penalty for going off the track at the first corner.
No, it was for when Max pushed him off, and then he spotted his tires, went straight, and then he didn't take that off road. And they said that he didn't slow down and gain an advantage. He did slow, but not. We'll talk about it.
Okay,
but not enough.
I thought it was for the first turn.
No, it wasn't for the first.
And nobody got penalized.
Nobody got penalized for that. You know, Mike, I think that other than the penalty, we should talk about Lando, of course, because he's in charge of the World Championship now. 1 point ahead, just like McLaren wanted.
I told you all.
Just like
this is going to come down to 1 point.
Ollie Bearman, 4th place.
Best finish. Driver of the day for that.
Of his life?
Yeah, well, he's not in a good car. What?
Look.
What? Oh, Haas.
I got my Haas hat on.
I have a feeling if Sherman went into his closet, he has a hat of every freaking team.
We'll talk about Max's great drive on those softs. 34 laps. 34 laps, Mike. 34 laps on softs.
A set of softs should last about 10 to 15 laps maximum. It's ridiculous. They're bringing these tires. They're just, if you can just drive on them the whole race, why even bother pitting then? Because back in the day, they used to do that. There was no refueling, and you couldn't change your tires unless something happened. That was the 2005 season, I think they did that. That was the Schumacher killer. That's what, because the Schumacher was so good at coming in like every 15 laps and getting just a little bit of gas and a brand new set of shoes and gone.
We'll talk about Charles getting second, how he pushed Lewis to the grass, how he wasn't ahead at the apex, went off when he had a lot of room, and still got no penalty. Here at
America F1.
They said it couldn't be done. They said it wouldn't last. White man, black man. America F1. America F1 coming to you straight from San Francisco, California. Sherman Tillman, Michael Lawler. America F1.
Mike, I have a theory, and I just want you to embrace my theory and tell me if I'm right, if I'm wrong, or if I'm crazy.
Can I just start off by, you're probably wrong.
Maximilian Verstappen is the modern day Alan Prost. He knows the rules backwards and forwards. He plotted what he was going to do before the race. In his little room, he told his guys, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go wide. I'm going to go off. It's turn 1. They're not going to penalize me. I'm going to rejoin the track and gain hella positions.
He didn't gain any positions.
Yeah, he got past George.
But wasn't he ahead of George before he went into the corner?
No. Look.
Sure?
Well, yeah, he was.
Okay, there you go.
But look, here it is. Is there any way in God's green earth that Max is going to make this corner?
No.
He was out there on purpose, Mike. Why is he 4 wide?
Because he's trying to gain an advantage.
Exactly. And say, even if he's slowed down, is he going to make this corner, Mike?
No. He was never going to make that corner.
Never.
No.
In a million years.
Because look, he's got tires off in the grass. There's no grip over there, so.
There's no way by going out.
But they didn't. None of those monkeys hit each other either, though. Remember that?
Because he went off. He went off. He just slided in behind him, and all's well.
And then Ollie Bearman came in behind all of them, and he made the corner, right?
Yeah, but that was later on where he really picked up his...
Oh, okay.
But he picked up a lot of places in the beginning. But tell me about this. What do you think of that theory that Max did this on purpose? Because he knew he wasn't going to get penalized.
Of course he did it on purpose.
But no one else is talking about this. They're all like talking about everything else, and they're not going into the mind of one Maximilian Verstappen and saying,
well, you can see clearly he's going for it. He has to. He has no choice. He's behind in the points. He didn't. What did he get? Did he get 18 for third?
No, it's 15 for third. It's 25, 18, and 15.
So he's got to win these next few races. He's got to do stuff like that. Even if he gets penalized, so what? He's probably not going to win the championship anyways. He had to win all the races to win the championship this year. And McLaren showed up and brought their can of ass whoop this week. I don't know what happened to Piastri's car, but
he did already. Got by by both Mercedes.
Wasn't Lando like 28 seconds ahead at the end of the race?
30. He put in he was gone. He put in a master class. I mean,
all those people who keep saying Lando doesn't have what it takes is they're so full of crap.
I mean, Lando got off to a fantastic start, and typically at the Mexican Grand Prix, the person who's on pole is not in the lead after turn one.
Oh, really?
And this is the first time, I think, in quite a while where the pole sitter actually led going into
they didn't
turn
go
one.
there wasn't a Mexican Grand Prix for like 20 years. And they took out the parabolic at corner. It's called something else.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically a lot like the parabolic at Monza, but then they put the stadium in a few years ago.
Okay, let's talk about this. Here goes Max. He's off, right? Here's Charles Leclerc. There's a lot of room here, Mike. There was no need for him to go off. Now watch this. Not only was there a lot of room, and look, there he is. He can rejoin the track right behind Lewis with no problem. Okay, you see, it's right here. It's right here. We're putting it up right there. But what does he do, Mike? There he is. And he just takes the corner and just goes off. He doesn't need to do that.
Yeah, but that's not illegal what he did.
Look, there he is right here.
I know he missed the corner.
Here is Lewis right here. Lewis is ahead at this apex right here. So when he went off, doesn't he need to give this spot back to Lewis?
Well, they would. You know how they have to. They take positions away. They're supposed to penalize themselves and give the position back. But then if the stewards come in, the stewards didn't have a problem with this for some reason.
I have a problem with it.
Okay, well, what's your problem with it?
My problem with it is when you look at these pictures and then you look at George Russell's onboard camera, Charles had 2 car lengths to his right to rejoin the track.
Okay.
And his steering wheel went like this here, and then he just took it. He just went off. He didn't care. He should have got a penalty.
That's not a penalty, though.
He should have got a penalty because he did not give the position back to Lewis.
Look,
Lewis is ahead. This is Lewis. This is Charles. He is a third of a car length ahead right there. Look, get your glasses on, boy. Look at that.
And where did he come?
And he went right off this way. And then he came back on the track and he's way ahead. And poor George is going, wait, how did all these cars get ahead of me?
Did he give back any positions?
He did not give the position. He gave the position back to Lando, but he did not give the position back to Lewis.
All right. Well,
and so did Max.
Remember, the stewards are watching this, so they're like, if they had a problem with it, they would have told him to give the position
but
back.
they didn't. But that's the problem.
They didn't have a problem with it.
But they should have.
Why?
Because Lewis was ahead.
It doesn't matter. It had nothing to do with the race because Lewis got a 10-second penalty later, anyways.
Okay. Now here's my theory. One, if the stewards make Charles give the position back, the other thing doesn't happen because Lewis is gone. Okay? And he's in second. So he doesn't have Max dive bomb in the corner and crash into him.
Yeah, and that 10-second penalty, that's a long penalty. I don't know why.
And we'll get to that in a second. But so that doesn't happen. 2, Charles knew Lewis was ahead and didn't care. And since it was the same team, I think that's why the FIA didn't, get in the middle because it's the same team. But I can almost guarantee that if that was another team, then they would have said something. What do you think?
It's the start of a race. A lot of times this happens. He didn't do it on purpose though, but he was going for it. And when he hit the brakes, you saw him. He just went straight. Nothing he can do.
Nothing he can do.
Nope.
That's it.
Nobody wants to go driving through the grass. That is not that's not where you want to be. Definitely not.
But if you can cut,
somebody did this at this corner.
If you can cut the corner and rejoin the track ahead, you're going to do it. If you're not going to be penalized,
of course.
If you're not going to be penalized, then why not do it all the time?
They do it all the time. At this track, I've seen multiple, and not just Formula One, but NASCAR. I see guys go off there. IndyCar used to race there, and you're going. It's like the longest straightaway in Formula One, except for Baku.
Yeah, second. I think it's the second.
So when you get to the braking zone, you're going to end up in that grass once in a while, and especially the first lap, the tires aren't up to temperature yet, and he tried a stunt, which normally that would really backfire on him to go into the grass like that.
Okay,
but somehow he got lucky and got back on the track and didn't.
Hey, you're having a drink some water. Something's going on with your voice. You got what they call a frog.
Okay,
in your throat.
Let's move on from this.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Mike, give me your thrill of victory. Who's your thrill?
Lando, of course. I mean, he was the McLarens had a few bad races, and Max he just came out of nowhere too. And then this weekend made him look like before. He started winning all the races again. But I don't know. The McLaren was just a dominant car yesterday.
And who else? Who's your number two?
Bearman.
Oh, because?
Well, he gets driver of the day because, that car's not supposed to finish in the top 10. It's like a 12th to the last car. They have 400 people work at that team. I mean, that's like crazy. He was this close to getting a podium. He wasn't that far behind Max, right?
No. Well, Max was catching Charles before that virtual safety car came out when Carlos Sainz went off, but he was behind the barrier. He was like almost even with the barrier. You really couldn't even see him. So I don't even know if that deserved a virtual safety car. And they showed earlier Liam Lawson, I think it was maybe it was either 8 or 16. Liam Lawson's going. There's 2 marshals on the track.
Yeah.
Like, literally 2 marshals on the track. He literally could have killed one of those guys.
Okay. I didn't see that.
No virtual safety car, no double yellow, no nothing. 2 marshals, not 1. Oh, you need to take a
Lodging?
Something. I don't know. Something. But I don't want to get sick from you.
I don't get sick.
Yeah. Well, you don't get sick because you get other people sick. Now, who's your third thriller victory? Do you have another one?
I guess I'm going to say Max because he got on the podium. Leclerc did a really good job.
Okay.
And that's about it. The race was pretty boring to me. I mean,
I thought it was a great race, Mike. I thought it was one of the better races.
Lando won by half a minute.
I mean, but everything behind it was
like nothing. It was everybody passed in the pits though, so it was just kind of
a lot of passing. Ocon passed a lot of people. Bortoletto passed a lot of people. Hamilton got back in the race, passed some people. Piastri passed. What race were you watching? This was a good race. I was upset because I was in my Lewis zone, but it was a good race. I'm going to give my thrill of victory to Lando, of course, because he took a hold of this championship. He's only ahead by 1 point.
That's all you need.
He was all purple in qualifying. He was racy. He got in the lead and he was gone.
That's why
great weekend by Lando.
I can't call it a good race because nothing happened. It was like the dude who qualified on the pole led every lap and won the race.
But so much happened behind him.
Yeah, but it was like, so what? It was like,
What do you mean, so what? That's where the racing was.
No.
That's where the racing usually takes place. Usually in this
don't-
era, the leader goes and he's gone, and then the race is behind him.
I don't really care who comes in second. And it's the first person to
You're a
lose.
snob.
I am.
And then, of course, Ollie Bearman. I loved it when he was giving his interview and his family was behind, in front of him, and they show the picture of his family, and they're crying and they're just like in such joy. And he started choking up while he's giving the interview, and it just shows the vulnerability and the human aspect of racing. And I loved every minute of that.
We knew Bearman was good from the first time he got in a Formula One car. Was it Saudi or was it Vegas?
Oh, Vegas. It was Vegas. I was there. Yeah,
and he was in he scored points on his first day in a car he's never driven before either. I don't think he ever was in.
No, he never was in that.
Yeah, I think he was doing simulator work for Ferrari. For sure, they all do that. Everybody has to do that now.
And then I'm going to go with you. I'm going to give it to Charles, finishing second, and of course Max, who just does what he needs to do. And I also think he didn't get penalized for going off on the first turn because he's in the championship fight, and the FIA didn't want to get involved in that. And I think, and personally, I don't
think he gained a position though. That's the thing.
He gave it back, but George wasn't happy.
Okay.
Well, George was pretty funny. George was not happy. Now,
George Russell?
What's your agony of defeat, Mike?
Max not winning. I thought he was going to win this weekend. He wasn't even close to the McLarens.
Okay.
It was like before when they figured out something on that car. I don't know why, because the McLarens are supposed to be really good in the high-speed corners, and there's not really a lot of high-speed corners on that track. There's that one section in the middle that's sort of high-speed, the S's they have.
Yeah, but by the timing, they were really dominant in the low-speed corners.
Yeah, that's
dominant.
That means they must have brought some sort of package where the car is good in the slow bits, but also has to go down the straightaways too. So, and because there's two huge straight.
Who's your number 2 and number 3 for the Agony of defeat?
Agony of defeat? Uh-huh. Nothing really happened though.
See, this is where you're wrong. I'm gonna go Agony of defeat has to be number 1. Has to be Lewis, because Lewis was gonna get his first Ferrari podium.
He was very unlucky yesterday. I don't know what he did wrong, but
he didn't do any. That's the thing that pisses me off about this race. Lewis was racing and minding his own damn business, and everybody else brought their drama to him. When Max hit the curb. First he dive bomb. He hit the curb. He pushes into Lewis and hits Lewis, okay, which damaged his floor. Then Lewis cooks his tires, goes off. There's a little runway they made. He didn't take that little runway. Even though I think he could have took that runway and still came out ahead, he did not.
Runway? What do you?
There's like a little, through the grass, there's this little patch of concrete that they've made there this year.
Well, they have these things called drivers meetings before these events.
Well, they told people that you have to use that.
And he didn't do it, right?
And he didn't do it. Okay, I understand that. But here's where my agony of defeat number 2 comes in. The Ferrari pit wall. You, Adami, you dummy. He should have got on the radio and said, hey, Lewis, you cut the corner. You didn't use the path. We know, he should say this on the radio so everybody knows, the FIA is listening. We know you were pushed off and you had to take evasive action. But we think you need to slow down so the cars can catch up so you won't have because of you going off, you won't have a seconds or statistical advantage. You should slow down and let them catch up. Now, if Ferrari would have did that, because they had the time to do that, but between the FIA giving the penalty and the actual happening on track, if they would have done that, then Lewis would have stayed ahead. He wouldn't have got a penalty. He would have finished on the podium, and all will be right in Ferrari land today. But did they do that? No. So I do not blame the driver. I blame Max, but I also blame Ferrari
Okay.
for not doing their freaking job.
White courtesy phone, paging new subject. White courtesy phone. Oh my God. What did Lewis give an interview yesterday?
Very short. He was not happy.
Of course he wasn't happy.
I'm not getting a podium or a victory for Ferrari this year. And he walked off.
Anyway, that's all he said.
He was not happy at all.
Wow, when he gets mad, he's mad, dude. It's like,
dude, but you know what? He could say so much more.
Well, he was smart not to say it.
And
don't talk bad about the FIA.
So many times he could say so much more. But he doesn't.
Okay.
If it was me, I'd be blabbing my ass off.
Okay, blabber mouth.
They did this to me in 2021. They want to run me out of the sport. I can't believe it. Well, this guy gets a penalty. I get a penalty. If I get a penalty, everybody should get a penalty. If you're not giving him a penalty, then nobody should get a penalty.
Okay, we're moving on from the subject now. You've said
I got PTSD. I got PTSD. I can't get over it.
Okay, what's next? What's the next race?
Then I'm going to give Mercedes my third and final Agony defeat. And the reason why is, dude, are you guys really arguing over 6th and 7th place?
That's why I care less who's in 6th or 7th place.
Why?
Give
me back
did
the spot.
George want to go past him?
First of all, they screwed up by not letting George through over Kimi so he could stay ahead of Piastri. Okay. Then he ends up cooking his tires behind Kimi. Then when they finally let him through, I mean, Piastri just ends up passing both of them.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. But I think if they'd have let George through earlier, Kimi would have stayed in the DRS. They could have held off Piastri, at least one of them, I think, and one of them would have finished ahead of him.
Okay.
But they didn't because they took too long to make a decision, a la Ferrari. And then Piastri passes both of them.
So where did Piastri end up at?
Fifth.
Okay.
And so then later, Kimi has to ask, well, is George giving the place back? And he does. And then they finish 6th and 7th. But why are we... Okay. This is my last one on this. I hate team orders for 6th and 7th. I hate team orders for 8th and 9th. I hate team orders for 14th and 15th. Give me a break. Okay? Nobody cares about 6th and 7th.
Team orders aren't
Nobody
going nowhere.
cares about 14th and 15th.
Forget about this. They're going to have team orders forever. They've always had team orders. Remember, there was a time when Fangio, his teammate, gave him his car, and then he won the race in his teammate's car in a Grand Prix.
Yeah, but it's Fangio. You should give Fangio the car because he's a fucking badass racer. if Fangio want your car, you give Fangio his car.
Here you go. Here are the keys.
Here's my helmet.
Here's my helmet. Here's some gloves.
Do you need my race suit too?
You need the shoes.
So in Ask Uncle Mike, 34 laps on a soft tire, is this normal?
No, those aren't soft tires. The end. They're just not soft tires. They're hard tires. They just call them soft tires. You know, they should in my opinion, a set of softs should go about 10 laps, and then you need another pair.
How far should the mediums go, Mike?
15 or 20 laps, because we want more pit stops. That's the whole thing. What we really want is one set of tires, softs, super soft tires. That's it. Everyone gets the same thing.
So you want super softs, you want intermediates and wets, and that's it.
That's it.
I mean, we've been saying that for what, 2 years now?
I've been saying it for 20 years. What are you talking about?
Oh, Mr. Big Timer. I've been saying it for 2 years, but you've been saying it for 20.
Well, when we have the tire war, which I don't know if Sherman was watching Formula One then. When we had the
Is that pre-Schumacher?
No, it's Schumacher's.
Okay, well, I watched.
It was Bridgestone and Michelin.
Right.
And the Michelins were really for the Renault team, and the Ferrari got the Bridgestones.
Mm-hmm.
And then Michelin quit, and then Bridgestone was around for like 1 or 2 years, and then they went to the Pirellis in 2010. So, and the tires have sucked since 2000 because they were spending nobody knows how much money they were spending on their tires, but there's a rumor going around that one year Ferrari had a $200 million tire bill for one season.
Wait, what?
Yeah. They could. This is when they had unlimited testing, and they have Fiorano is the test track.
Okay.
Every day, he was in a car, or his teammate was in a car, or one of the reserve drivers would be testing every day.
Wow.
So they put a new part on the car, brand new set of shoes, or as the English call them, boots.
Now the rumor is, Mike, that McLaren and Red Bull are over the cost cap once again.
Of course they are. How are you gonna? How do you know how much money they spent? There's no way, because I don't think the driver salaries don't have nothing to do.
No, and then you can exclude, I think, 3 people, team principal type people on the team.
Yeah, you can pay them
the
whatever.
Team principal, the top engineer, and one other person.
That doesn't count to the cap.
Right.
But how are you going to know if they built a new part and they didn't tell us about
Inspection, Mike. Inspection.
Isn't
You got to tell me.
Didn't Red Bull do that like the first year, and they still got to be champions? Remember that?
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Well, no, they got less tunnel time.
Oh, for crying out loud!
That's what they got. They got less tunnel time.
How are they going to know how long you have your wind tunnel turned on for it?
They got inspectors, Mike. They'll check the software.
Were they there every day?
No, they come in and they say, "Hey, pull up your software.
Oh, come on.
The readings on the wind tunnel."
Anyways, they still have like a lot of the computer stuff, like the fluid dynamics, which is a wind tunnel in the computer. In fact, one of the cars, the Virgin car, one year they didn't even do any wind tunnel testing. They did it all on the computer.
Okay.
It didn't work. The guy got fired. So you need both of them. But yeah, I find it hard that these inspectors show up more than once a year or twice a year at the most.
If McLaren is found to be significantly over the cost cap, should Ferrari win the constructors' title, since they'll hopefully end up number 2?
Oh.
What do you mean, no?
Oh, come on. This is racing. It's all about whoever cheats the best wins. You know the rules.
That's it.
That's it.
End of story.
End of story. Look up, all you kids out there in YouTube land, look up Smokey Eunuch. He was a NASCAR guy and an IndyCar guy. Oh my God, the stories. This dude, he was the greatest cheater ever in the history of the world.
Give me one story
The
before we go.
whole book is...
Give me one story. Give me
Okay.
one story.
Well, they only let you have a certain amount of gas tank, right? So he took a 50-foot garden hose and put it under the seat, full of gas. So he had an extra couple gallons.
How'd they know? How'd they find
They
out?
found it later. They were like, what the hell's this? And it wasn't in the rule. He's like, it's not in the rule book. And they're like, it is now.
Did he win?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he figured out that the air goes under the car. That's the most important part about a race car. He was the one who figured that out. He was just one of these guys. He just knew how to, he figured stuff out.
Mm.
And oh my God. And he was so sarcastic, dude. Oh my
What's
God.
this guy's name again?
Smokey Eunuch.
Smokey Eunuch. So there you have it. For Mike here, look up Smokey Eunuch. Is it on YouTube or is it a book or what?
No, that's his name.
No, but when you hear these stories, you got to buy the book, or can you just go to YouTube?
Go to YouTube. There's plenty of interviews with the guy and all the people who were around him, because he quit NASCAR in the early 70s.
Well, that does it for the Mexican Grand Prix. Join us here in 2 weeks, I think,
I don't know.
for
What's
Brazil.
Brazil. No, it's probably next weekend.
No, we got a week off.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there's nothing this week.
Oh, I thought they
Today
usually did-
is Monday.
It's not 3 weeks in a row?
So there won't be anything this week. They'll be in Brazil next week.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
No, you're weird.
No, I'm not weird.
No, you're weird.
Totally normal.
Yeah, you're weird. So join us here, and I think you will be in Thailand. So we'll
Well,
probably,
I might do a show from Thailand.
either you're going to do a show from Thailand, or we're going to have Scott in. Join us here at America F1. Remember to like, subscribe, and join the channel. Tell a friend, tell a family member. here at
America F1.
Keep on
Race.
racing, everybody.
Oh, cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing